I'm delighted to introduce our keynote talk on transformative potential of generative AI in geography, earth and environmental sciences education, which is presented by Derek France and Sonja Rewhorn. Derek's from the University of Chester, and he has a long track record of pedagogy and fieldwork research. Sonja is from the Open University, where she's leading her school for generative AI. Now, as geographers, they were both invited to be part of an international collaboration last summer, researching the transformative potential of generative AI within geography education. And they'll be drawing on that work in their talk this morning, as it gives a foundation for what they're going to be talking to us about. So if I could hand over to Derek and Sonja.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for inviting us to talk with you here at the Community for Environmental Disciplines in Higher Education. I'm Dr. Sonja Rewhorn from the Open University, and I'm here with my colleague, Professor Derek France from the University of Chester. It's great to see so many of you here today. We're going to try to set the context for your day and the opportunities of generative AI in all of our teaching and learning. We consider opportunities, but notwithstanding, as Alison has already mentioned, that there are many questions and debates around the use of Gen AI in higher education, including the white global north bias of responses, the environmental considerations, the wider societal impacts, and the practical implications for us in teaching and learning. Over the next 20 minutes, we hope to inspire you further of the transformational potential of Gen AI in GEES. As Alison said, our presentation is founded in research we carried out last summer as members of an international collaborative group, which culminated in a paper in the International Journal of Geography and Environmental Education, with a similar name to our presentation, Transformative Potential of Generative AI in Geography, Earth and Environmental Sciences Education. In the next 20 minutes, we'll offer an overview to Gen AI in GEES education. We'll offer a systematic approach for integrating Gen AI into your teaching and learning, with an example from fieldwork and a reminder of the importance of teaching carefully. We want our contribution this morning to be practical as well as trying to set the scene. We offer the opportunity for you to have a go or continue the process of integrating Gen AI into your practice before bringing a close and looking forward. You may find some of our slides text heavy. This is deliberate, to leave you with the information to use our systematic approach in practice, if you wish, of course. We hope that our presentation is as much a kind of an aide-memoire as a set of slides. We know there are many concerns and questions about the integration of Gen AI into society, our lives, let alone education. The QAA in 2024 comes from the standpoint of Gen AI in learning and teaching is inevitable, whether we are proactive, reactive, or restrictive. If we do not integrate it, students will and do. As educators, we have a responsibility to ensure our students are workplace ready, and Gen AI is here. Gen AI has the potential to transform education. According to the Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development, Gen AI can help democratise access to quality education, particularly benefiting students to whom the traditional one-size-fits-all approach is less effective. When we are talking of Gen AI, we are actually referring this morning in our presentation to the large language models such as ChatGPT, which were actually used for this image here on the slide to represent environmental fieldwork. Chan and Kidman in 2023 remind us, as Gen AI continues to evolve, it presents unprecedented opportunities to enhance and reshape GEES education. In 2022, Peter and Sprenger highlighted as a discipline, we have historically integrated digital tools into our teaching. Digital tools like GIS, remote sensing, and virtual reality have fostered a tech-savvy environment that is well suited for AI adoption. Despite the opportunities offered by Gen AI, Huang and Hueo in 2021 noted good educational outcomes typically do not occur simply by using AI technologies. The integration of Gen AI technologies alone does not automatically improve the learning outcomes. As with all good learning and teaching, successful integration of Gen AI in education requires a combination of technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge. Chang and Kidman in 2023 called for a robust framework to guide the use of Gen AI tools in meaningful GES education. We hope that this presentation goes some way to enable you to approach Gen AI in such a manner. While considerable research has explored Gen AI's potential in general education, discussion at the subject-specific level remains limited. We suggest two questions to be asked. How can Gen AI transform GES education in terms of curriculum, pedagogy, assessment, and fieldwork? And what challenges and concerns accompany this transformation? Conscious that there are already challenges with the emergence and integration of Gen AI in our work, it is sensible, if possible, to use existing tools and/or models we were familiar with. And this is what we did in Galway last summer with our colleagues from the US, Canada, South Korea, China, and Czechia. We adopted the SAMR model from 2026 for introducing technology into the curriculum, and which was used by Clark and colleagues in 2021 for the value of bringing mobile devices into the university classroom. The SAMR, or Substitution, Augmentation, Modification, and Redefinition model, as shown in the table, provides a structured with the 4 levels and 2 categories to guide Gen AI integration into our learning and teaching. It does not explicitly address factors such as user engagement or inquiry-based strategies. We acknowledge these are limitations of SAMR. However, it is a good starting point as we look for ways to transform our practices within the context of Gen AI. You can see in the table there are 2 categories, enhancement and transformation. The enhancement category focuses on improving efficiency and functionality through substitution and augmentation, where technology enhances existing tasks without fundamentally altering them. The transformation category enables significant task redesign and the creation of entirely new activities through modification and redefinition, which were previously unimaginable without technical integration. Please keep an eye on those colours and remember the kind of lighter pink and the blue as we go through the next few slides. The model is particularly valuable for systematically thinking through how Gen AI can enhance or transform GES education.
The SAMR model can be applied to any aspect of teaching and learning, for example, curriculum, pedagogy, assessment, and fieldwork. We'll explore its use with fieldwork in detail in a moment, but SAMR offers a way to examine the opportunities and challenges related to Gen AI integration. The 4 levels, not necessarily sequential or stages, they are more about depth of integration. Summarizing the table, for example, substitution enables pedagogical changes with Gen AI can lead to enhanced access to information and faster comprehension of concepts. Modification can transform the curricula, since Gen AI can ensure that the curriculum remains timely and reflective of ongoing changes in the world. Through redefinition, Gen AI can generate self-assessment questions, rubrics, and reflect students' personal curiosities. These examples underscore Gen AI's ability to reimagine what is possible in the GES education.
Another key challenge in using Gen AI in GES education is the potential for inaccurate or biased AI-generated data and representations. For instance, when generating virtual representations of geographic features, or here, Indigenous communities, you can see the Gen AI has produced an unrealistic and culturally inappropriate depiction with the snow igloos, metal chimneys, wood fires within a treeless landscape. If students uncritically accept such AI-generated content, it can lead to misunderstandings of both geographic phenomena and cultural identities. The misrepresentation of Indigenous cultures through inaccurate Gen AI outputs can harm the dignity and identity of these communities, as noted by the Inuit leader, Justin Milton, who, as you can see, has expressed concern over how these depictions distort the perceptions of Inuit life. These challenges highlight the need for careful evaluation of GenAI materials in GE's teaching and the importance of maintaining ethical standards when using technology to represent diverse places and cultures. It becomes clear that the benefits of GenAI come with substantial risks. One of the most pressing concerns is the accuracy of the content. GenAI's outputs can result in hallucinations, leading to inaccurate or misleading information, especially when the AI models are trained on biased or incomplete data sets. This is particularly serious for GE's education, where local context and cultural nuances are vital. Additionally, there is the risk of over-reliance on GenAI by both teachers and students, which could de-skill our students in fundamental skills needed in critical thinking, data interpretation, and outdoor fieldwork. GenAI can automate many tasks. Human expertise remains essential in ensuring that students are equipped to assess, interpret, and apply GE's data in authentic context. Thus, educators must strike a balance between leveraging GenAI's capabilities and preserving the development of essential skills that GenAI cannot replicate.
Fieldwork is our signature pedagogy, with Franson A 2018 noting that fieldwork is the most powerful learning invitation, a toolkit of geographic education, allowing authentic and experiential application of theory into the real world. Welsh et al. In 2013 reminded us the effective use of technology and digital literacy has long been integral in geography fieldwork education. AI is poised to significantly transform GE's fieldwork by facilitating the preparation, execution, and analysis of field activities. Boss et al. In 2022 used virtual reality to equip students with prior knowledge in preparation for more inquiry-focused field trips. As AI continues to evolve, it is a natural progression to integrate GenAI into fieldwork learning, enhancing its educational benefits. Lee, in 2024, noted despite the recognition of effective technology use and critical thinking to meet graduate absolute expectation, students tend not to be taught how to use GenAI. However, Wally, Franson, and Rewhorn highlight in the up-and-coming Teaching Fieldwork book, the opportunities of enhancing fieldwork education with GenAI are endless. GenAI can support students in several ways, such as data analysis, modeling, simulations, collaboration, and communication. The table provides examples of how GenAI can be applied across the SAMR model in geographical fieldwork. In substitution and augmentation, GenAI has the potential to enhance existing tasks, such as voice to text for field notes, transcription, or AI-generated images for preparation, making fieldwork more efficient. In modification and redefinition, GenAI has the potential to transform deeper, more complex engagement, allowing for real-time data analysis, global collaboration, and interdisciplinary investigations. It is critical that GenAI is used to enhance rather than replace real-world fieldwork, ensuring students still gain the essential experiential learning necessary for their development.
So far, we have provided you with a brief overview and some examples of how GenAI may transform your teaching. But actually, what we'd like you to do now for the next few minutes is have a go yourself. And so what we'd like you to do is take one of the levels, substitution, augmentation, modification, or redefinition, and just have a think how you might integrate, or in fact have integrated, GenAI into your learning and teaching. Make your own notes. This tool is for you, but please, if you're happy to, pop your answers into the chat so we can see what people are thinking about. The next slide is a reminder of our combined examples. I'm going to leave that slide up to help you think about examples that you might want to write down. As well as the tool for now, you might also want to use it going forward in the rest of the day where you want to make notes. So we're just going to pause for about 3 or 4 minutes to allow you to have a think and pop any answers into the chat. Thank you for the first share. Got some more coming in, which is great. So yeah, we've got curriculum reviews underway where Gen AI may be integrated. We've got a final year conservation model where students provide an AI generated example of a job application. Can't read them all out. They're all here for you to read. Yep, get it. Common one is students evaluating AI responses. Yeah. Got people thinking that it can help deeper critical engagement with real world examples to kind of mitigate the oversimplification. Any others? So please continue to use something like substitution, augmentation, modification, redefinition, or the enhancement transformation categories throughout the day, so that you've got some context for going back to back to the desk when you're thinking about your learning and teaching. It might not be an approach that everybody engages with, but hopefully it's one that you can use as a springboard. Derek?
Going forward with Gen AI, the Open Innovation Team at the Department of Education in 2024 recognised education is expected to be one of the sectors most impacted by Gen AI, and GEES is no exception. Gen AI needs to be used appropriately and effectively. It does not have one type of use, but many levels of integration. Hopefully, among other things, in the last 20 minutes, we've responded to Chang Kidman's call for a framework to guide the use of Gen AI tools. The SAMR model provides a systematic approach to transform traditional educational practices. Gen AI streamlines tasks, enable educators to focus on more student engagement and interpretation. Transformation category of SAMR has the potential to revolutionize our practice. Gen AI raises crucial questions about what should be taught. The risk lies in blind trust with Gen AI and the failure to cultivate critical thinking necessary to recognize inaccuracies. Security and privacy considerations are paramount, along with concerns about potential impact on the identity due to inaccurate data. As GEES educators, we must embrace the opportunity presented by Gen AI whilst being mindful of its pitfalls, ensuring that our approach remains both innovative and grounded in the sound educational practices we continue to contribute to future research. Before I go to questions, I've got a shameless plug for a book coming out in July, which may be of interest to innovate your fieldwork practice. The book has 13 chapters, 49 vignettes, over 100 contributors, some of whom are on the call today.